everybody! Welcome to another Math Homework Help. Hello, our topic for today is subtracting integers. So here is the strategy that I teach my students. They need to keep the first integer, change the subtraction symbol to addition symbol, and then get the opposite of the next number. So in other words, we KCO whenever we subtract integers. Let's look at the first example. So we keep the first integer the way it is. It's still positive 5. The subtraction symbol will become addition symbol. Now look at the next number. It's a positive 6. So we're going to turn it into a negative 6. Now we're back to adding integers. Now follow the rules in adding integers. Remember the rules in adding integers? Same signs you add. And then if they're different signs, one is positive, one is negative, then you subtract them. Then you copy the sign of the one farther from 0 or higher absolute value. So in this case, since they're different signs, we have to subtract them. So what is the difference between 5 and 6? That's going to be 1. And whose sign are we going to copy from? Of course, the bigger space from 0, and that is the 6 spaces from 0. Therefore, we're going to copy the negative sign. For our final answer, it's going to be negative 1. And this is how it's going to look like on our number line. For the first number, it's going to be positive 5, the first line going to positive 5. Since we are adding negative 6 spaces, therefore we're going to go back to the left. So from here on the positive 5, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces. So the other line should go back 6 spaces to the left and should stop here. Now let's try the next example. It says 7 minus 10. So what do? KCO. We keep the first number the way it is. So you rewrite it down. It's still positive 7. You change the subtraction into addition. Then you get the opposite of the next number. And you know that is a positive 10. Otherwise, it's going to have that extra minus sign or negative sign. But right now, it doesn't have it. So we're going to turn that into a negative 10. Now, we're back to adding integers. They're different signs. So what do? We subtract them. And the difference between 7 and 10 is 3. And whose sign are we going to copy from? Of course, the one farther from 0, higher absolute value. And it happens to be negative, so our final answer is a negative 3. Here is another example, 3 minus 1. This is a normal way because we're trying to subtract a smaller number from a bigger number. So we know that 3 minus 1 is going to be a positive 2. But let's go ahead and try using KCO anyway, and let's see if we're still going to have a positive 2 as an answer. So you keep the first number the way it is, it's still positive 3. That subtraction sign will become addition. That positive 1 will become negative 1. They're different signs, so you subtract. Difference between 3 and 1 is 2. Whose sign are you going to copy from? Of course, the one farther from 0. 3 spaces is farther from 1 space from 0. Therefore, we're going to copy a positive sign. So our answer is positive 2. So, you see, KCO still works. So the next one is 8 minus 10. So you're subtracting a bigger number from a smaller number. So can you imagine that on a number line? You are on a positive 8. And you're subtracting a bigger number. You're going to go to the left and you're going to pass the 0. That means you're going to be on a negative number as your final answer here. So if I subtract 8 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I'll be on 0, but then I'm subtracting 10 spaces, so that's going to be 8, 9, 10. So for sure, I'm going to be on a number that is negative, okay? Because it passed the 0. Now let's try KCO on 8 minus 10. So 8 stays the same, the subtraction will become addition, and then that positive 10 will become negative 10. They're different signs, so you have to subtract. The difference is 2, and you get the sign of the one farther from 0, which is going to be negative. Okay? And you see, our answer is negative 2. Next is 1 minus 2. You keep the 1 the way it is. The subtraction will become addition. You take the opposite of that positive 2 will become negative 2. They're different signs, so we're going to subtract. The difference between 2 and 1 is 1. And we take the sign of the 1 farther from 0, so our final answer is negative 1. Let's try some more examples. So KCO, keep, change, opposite. So I'll keep negative 5 the way it is. Subtraction will become addition. That positive 9 will become negative 9. Now look, are they the same signs? If they're the same signs, what do? You add them. So the sum of negative 5 plus negative 9 will be negative 14. You just copy the same sign. Now what about if we have negative 5 minus a negative 9? We still KCO because it's still a subtraction of integers. You still keep the first number the way it is, change subtraction to addition, and then that negative 9, get the opposite of that, that's going to be a positive 9. Therefore, they're different signs. We're going to have to subtract them. 9 minus 5 is 4. Whose sign are we going to copy from? The one farther from 0, which is 9 spaces, and it's positive. Therefore, our final answer is positive 4. Let's have last 2 examples, and then I'm going to let you work on your own. Negative 20 minus 5. So we KCO. Keep the first number the way it is, negative 20. That subtraction will become addition. That positive 5 will become negative 5. Now, they are the same signs, so we have to add them up. And negative 20 plus negative 5 is negative 25. Okay? Now, let's do the last one. Negative 20 minus negative 5. So, you keep, change, opposite. The first one stays the same. We keep it the way it is. The subtraction will become addition. And you see that negative 5 will become positive 5. Now look at your problem. It's negative 20 plus 5. They're different signs. So we have to subtract. 20 minus 5 is 15. And then the sign that we get is from the one with higher absolute value, which is the 20 spaces away from 0. So our final answer will be negative 15. Okay, now are you ready for your turn to work on some problems on subtracting integers? Now pause this video and copy these 4 items on your notebook. Don't forget to use the rules in subtracting integers, which is KCO. Keep, change, opposite. Okay? And then show your work and double check them. Good luck! Did you get everything correctly? So you got 100%. If not, keep on practicing, okay? So I'll see you in class. Don't forget to do your homework. Bye!